Some people only remember you when they need you, but the saddest thing in life is forgetting the person who stayed beside you when you had absolutely nothing. Adam learned that lesson too late, and by the time he finally understood it, he had already lost everything that truly mattered. Adam and Nadia grew up in the same poor neighbourhood, the kind of place where electricity disappeared more often than hope. Their families struggled every single day, but despite the hardship, they had each other. As children, they shared everything. One notebook in school, one umbrella during storms, sometimes even one meal. When Adam's father lost his job, things became much worse. Adam stopped smiling, stopped talking, stopped believing in himself completely. But Nadia never gave up on him. Whenever he wanted to quit school, she encouraged him. Whenever people mocked his torn clothes, she defended him loudly without hesitation. And when Adam could not afford his exam fees one year, Nadia secretly sold the only gold necklace her grandmother had ever given her. She never told him. She just quietly made sure he could keep going. Adam never forgot that moment. At least, that is what he used to say. Years later, standing on the rooftop of a luxury building surrounded by strangers in expensive suits, he would barely remember the girl who once sacrificed her most precious possession for him. Life slowly changed for Adam after college. One small business opportunity turned into a growing, successful company. For the first time in his life, money stopped being a problem. New clothes, new apartment, new car, new friends, people who never looked at him twice before, suddenly wanted to be around him everywhere. At first, Nadia was genuinely happy for him. She told everyone proudly, "That is my best friend." But success changed Adam, little by little, not overnight. First, he stopped replying quickly. Then he missed her birthday because of a business party. Then he stopped visiting the old neighbourhood entirely. Whenever Nadia called him, he always sounded distracted and busy. "Sorry, Nadia, I will call you later." But later never came. One evening, Nadia waited for him in a small cafe for almost 2 hours. Adam had promised he would come. She sat alone at that small table, checking the door hopefully every few minutes, ordering just one cup of tea to avoid looking abandoned. But instead she received one short text. Something important came up. "Sorry." She read that message 3 times, each time hoping she had misunderstood it. But the words were clear, simple, cold. She left the cafe alone that night, walking through quiet streets, wondering when exactly her best friend had become a stranger. She never told Adam how much that evening hurt her, because that was Nadia. She absorbed pain quietly and kept smiling for the people she loved. At that exact same moment, Adam was laughing loudly at a rooftop party with his new wealthy friends. And slowly, the friendship that once survived poverty began dying in silence. Then life hit Nadia hard. She lost her job unexpectedly. A week later, her mother became seriously ill. Hospital bills piled up faster than she could breathe. For the first time in years, Nadia felt completely helpless. Sitting outside the hospital one night, holding her mother's medical report with trembling hands, she called Adam. 1 ring, 2 rings, no answer. She called again, and again, still nothing. Meanwhile, Adam sat inside an expensive restaurant, surrounded by people who praised him only because of his money. His phone vibrated several times on the table. He glanced at Nadia's name on the screen, then silently turned the phone face down. "I don't have time for negativity anymore," he told his new friends while laughing. That night, Nadia cried alone in the hospital corridor, not because life was unfair, but because the one person she had trusted most was no longer there. She deleted his number that same night, not out of anger, but out of self-respect, because she finally understood something painful but necessary. Some people are only meant to be in your life for a season, and forcing them to stay only prolongs the pain. She whispered a quiet prayer for him that night, and then chose herself. After that night, she stopped calling him completely. Pain changes people. Sometimes it destroys them. Sometimes it builds them into something stronger than they ever imagined. For Nadia, it built strength. She worked multiple jobs during the day, studied online courses late at night, slept only a few hours. There were nights she cried from pure exhaustion, nights the silence felt so heavy she could barely breathe, nights she wanted to give up everything and disappear, but she kept going, not to prove something to Adam, not for revenge, but because she had no other choice, and because deep inside she still believed in herself, even when no one else did. Years passed slowly. Nadia built a quiet, peaceful life for herself. She started a small healthcare business that eventually grew successful. Nothing flashy, nothing arrogant, just honest success, built through pain and discipline and sleepless nights. And unlike Adam, hardship had made her kinder, not colder. Meanwhile, Adam's world began collapsing around him. His business partners betrayed him. Investors disappeared overnight. Debt swallowed everything he owned, one piece at a time. The same friends who once surrounded him at parties suddenly stopped answering his calls. One by one, everyone vanished. Adam finally experienced the silence he once gave Nadia, and for the first time in years, he remembered her. One rainy evening, Adam stood outside Nadia's house. His expensive suits were gone. His confidence was gone. Even his voice sounded broken and small. For several long seconds, he could not bring himself to knock, but eventually, he did. The door opened slowly. Nadia stood there quietly. For a moment, neither of them spoke. Adam lowered his eyes in shame. "I lost everything," he whispered. "I know I do not deserve your help, but I did not know where else to go." Nadia simply looked at him calmly, without anger, without bitterness. Then she stepped aside and said softly, "Come inside. It is cold outside." Adam froze. After everything he had done, she still opened the door. He sat silently in her living room, unable to even look at her face. Finally he whispered, "Why are you helping me after everything I did to you?" Nadia looked at him for a long quiet moment. Then she said the words Adam would never forget for the rest of his life. "When I needed you, I begged for your attention. Today you need me, and I still opened the door." That is the difference between real friendship and convenient friendship. Adam felt tears fill his eyes, not because he had lost his money, but because he finally understood what he had truly lost years ago. A loyal friend, the kind money could never buy, the kind that comes once in a lifetime. Listen carefully now. Success can bring many people into your life, but difficult times always reveal who truly belongs there. The people who clapped for you at your highest point will disappear at your lowest, but the ones who sat with you in silence during your darkest nights, those are the ones worth holding on to forever. Guard those people. Appreciate them before life forces you to, because real loyalty is rare, and once lost, it that is almost impossible to find again. Never forget the people who stayed beside you when you had nothing, because one day you may realize they were the most valuable thing you ever had. If this story reminded you of someone, share it with them today. Not tomorrow, today, because some things are better said before it is too late. If you want more stories like this, subscribe to this channel and turn on notifications. A new story arrives very soon. Until then, keep going, keep growing, and never forget the people who believed in you before the world did.